In the world of international fly fishing, Tasmania's great waters probably fly under the radar a little. It was with great pride and pleasure that a bunch of locals got to show off the Highland waters and their trout to a real star of the fly fishing world. Simon Gawesworth, who lives in the US, had travelled to Australia as a guest of J.M. Gillies, the agents for the products that Simon has so much to do with, Rio fly lines.
Yeah!
Simon was here to do a series of talks and demonstrations, but it can't be all work. After all, he's a fly fisherman first and foremost. For starters, we had a great afternoon session on Penstock Lagoon with guide Chris Bassano.
That's brilliant. That's it, the first Penstock brown.
The following day was clear, bright and cold. With drift boats in tow, Peter Hayes took us to the end of a long and winding track where a medium-sized shallow lake glistened under the sun on one of the better days the Highlands had seen that summer. The mirror calm conditions might not suit traditional loch-style fishing, but it was perfect for some sight fishing, a Tasmanian lake speciality. Simon, you've never been to Tasmania before, have you?
Never. I've been longing to since '99 when I came to Australia and everyone told me about Tassie.
Yeah. Well, this is the central plateau area. I think we're at 700-800 metres above sea level. Fairly hostile environment, and but a lot of little tarns like this.
Beautiful lakes. I absolutely adore the look of this.
Yeah, I think
it looks good.
It's fairly unique, and these are mostly shallow water fisheries, and the local guys have become specialised in sight fishing and sight fishing with dry flies.
Yeah.
That they reckon that Polaroid fishing developed here. You know, that sight fishing developed in these western lakes.
See why? I mean, you can see so many of the fish today.
Yeah. Simon was on one drift boat with Hazy and his son Lockie. On the other boat, I fished with guide David Hemmings and Hobart local Tim Munro. No bets were placed, but as always there was a competitive buzz in the air. The drift boats are perfect for this quiet fishing, and as we slid out into the main basin of the lake, you just knew this was going to be a great day. Glorious day here in the Tasmanian Western Lakes. In a drift boat sneaking around in the shallow water. Very clear. The fish are super spooky. I wonder how Gauzy's getting on over there with Peter Hayes. Very, very challenging fishing.
Look at that beautiful. What a beautiful brown. Nicely done. Good netting, mate. Fantastic. What a beauty.
No need to worry about them. They were getting stuck into the fish. It was good to see Lockie getting in on the action as well.
Nicely done.
Made it all.
Yeah, it's a bit of spludge. Look at that. Beautiful golden. What colours on that view.
With the day warming up, a steady trickle of duns were coming off the water. The very calm conditions meant it was difficult for them to get airborne, and the trout had plenty of time to find them and to sit them down.
Nice. That's brilliant. Beautiful. The bag, beautiful. Whew. Still got plenty of spunk, that one has. Bolted under the boat.
So what tackle did you choose to use today, Simon?
Well, I'm a big double taper fan, so I always use double tapers for, especially my loch styling. Trout LT, double taper line, low stretch core. I'm all about that because of the sensitivity and the quickness of the pickup. So kind of unique in that not many people use double tapers, but that's my passion. And then I like fast action rods, something that can pick up a quick line and change direction quickly. So Sage Method, all in a 5-weight, 18-foot leader and a little dry bibio.
Beautiful. Well, my favourite rod at the moment is this Sage Excel. I love this medium action rod. Just so sweet and easy, relaxed casting rod. And I loaded it up with the Rio Gold, again with a low stretch tip. I really love that hook set and that pickup off the water. And my leader was out around 15, 18 feet, and the fly I used was just a classic Highland sort of brown dun emerger, CDC emerger. Wonderful.
I can see why. I mean, that's the colour of everything that was coming off.
It sits beautifully on the water at that wing there.
No refusals on that.
Yeah, it's a classic pattern.
Beautifully done. Beautiful. I love the way you bring that out with a flourish and flair. Not many red spots on that one.
Across the other side of the lake, we were finding plenty of willing fish as well. In the shallow water, we were only casting to either visibly cruising fish or to rising fish.
Yeah, baby.
That's a nice healthy.
Actually, the fly looks like it's partly digested it so far down. There we go. Oh, there's a fish. Yep. That's a nice fish. That is a fat fish. Did you see him come all the way off the bottom for that fly? That's just fantastic to see. The thing about these low stretch fly lines, you can feel every shake of the fish, and I like to keep a nice deep bend in the rod because there's not an awful lot of forgiveness in them. A nice high bend, which is a soft bend, not putting too much pressure on it. When they go to that violent head shake and body thrashing and start whacking the tippet with their tail. Yeah, baby. Oh, what a fish. Swallowed that dun right down. We're just seeing a few duns. Wolf dun does it again. That's a fat fish too. Yeah. Look at the condition of that. Nice. Wow.
This day had shown Simon exactly what Tasmanian trout fishing is all about.
Brilliant day. Absolute, what a fishery, what a treat to be here.
Yeah.
I need to come back.
Yeah, very welcome, mate. Yeah, but we really hit a gorgeous bit of weather at this sort of altitude and this far south. They just don't come any better than this.
We had one more morning to fish, and Chris Bassano very kindly took us to the Western Lakes for our last session.
Yeah, yesterday we spent the day on a beautiful small backcountry lake, fishing out of the boats for rising fish. Today we've got a little bit of blue sky, there's a bit of cloud starting to come over, and Chris Bassano brought us out to one of the Western Lakes to do a little bit of Polaroid fishing while we've still got blue sky. And I love this sort of fishing. It's really challenging, and I think it's probably the fishing that defines this Tasmanian trout fishery, the Western Lakes. Beautiful part of the world.
We'd really wanted to show Simon some classic Tasmanian wading sight fishing. Although it was very clear and cold, there was sufficient blue sky and insect life to get the fish looking around. This wade fishing is certainly more challenging than fishing from a boat. Seeing the fish was tough in the slightly murky water.
Got him!
Nice, Morse.
I thought it was a fish. All I could see then was just a dark movement, very slow on the bottom, just a dark shape, you know. The 3 rules of Polaroiding are colour, shape and movement. You've got to find one of those 3. If you see a bit of colour, it can be a giveaway to a fish, so you try and determine the shape. You can see movement, obviously that's going to be a fish. Sometimes it might be a bit of weed. So colour, shape, movement, get the fly on, and I did that. I couldn't believe this was actually a fish. I thought it was just a bit of weed. Came up off the bottom, clomp, beautiful take. Beautiful take. Oh, God. Oh, look at the colour. Well done, sir. Look at the colour of that thing.
He still fought well, didn't he, for a lean fish?
Absolutely, went and went and went. This very cold water is actually obviously well oxygenated. Lovely little red tinge to its adipose there. Yeah, well, let's get it back, eh? Yep. Beautiful. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. There you have it. The water's very cold. The fish aren't moving very fast at all, but there was just a nice bit of shadow there, just enough to give it away, just enough to generate some suspicion. And I was amazed. I'm always amazed at how they'll come off the bottom for a little dry fly. It just amazes. It amazes me that they actually see it, you know, and people question the ability of fish to see things and question colour and size, shape and so on, and leaders. But when you see a fish come off the bottom to take a tiny dry fly, you really realise just how extraordinary their eyesight actually is.
With his English background of trout fishing, Simon was right at home on these magnificent waters with their wild brown trout. It was such a thrill to share this amazing fishery with him.
Saw the leader type.
Didn't know he was there.
Nice, good eyes, mate. That's fantastic, this one. Took that nymph, saw the leader just tiniest hitch. Good eyes on you. Spotting it. Getting up, he's going to get in the cloudy mud. We did have a few refusals, but we definitely had a couple of eats.
Oh, Pete, you saw one. Oh, well done, Pete, you saw.
It rose. Look at the colour of that thing.
Yeah, look at the colour of these. Beautiful fish. There he comes. Nice. Beautifully done.
Yeah, look at the colour of them.
How about that for a Tassie trout? Beautiful. Morsey, what do you reckon? Look at your tiddler. You got a little one. Mine's a big one.
Oh, look at the spots on
He's got the spots on this. Look at that fantastic fish. Oh, that was mental. Bye-bye, baby. Wow, that was absolutely spectacular. Mud.
Tasmania is one of the world's secret trout fishing jewels. I just love the clean air, the pure waters, and especially these cracking fighting brownies. To showcase it and to share the experience with someone as passionate, skilled, and as enthusiastic as Simon was a great thrill.